a little bit overdressed. For what I'm dealing with out here today. High today's supposed to be 52. I put this jacket on, this Carhartt, trust me, one of the warmest things you'll ever buy right here is a Carhartt coat. They're tough, they're windproof, warm. They're a little bit too warm for me today. When I'm sitting out here sitting still in the sun. Driving down the side of the road on that four-wheeler, I need a little something. Anyway, out here today, this is the time of year when a little bit of depression usually starts to set in. Deer season's over with, stuck between deer season and turkey season. But one of the ways to combat that depression is to get out in the woods and do something. I can't think of a time that getting out in the woods don't make me feel better. Period. I just love to be out here, no matter what I'm doing. If I'm not doing anything, I just love to be out here. But I got plenty of chores that need to be done between now and deer season in the event that I can still hunt this property. So, as some of you know, this particular piece of property that I hunt most of the time is up for sale, and they've got somebody that's interested in the property, and so don't know yet how that's going to go. But anyway, eventually it's going to sell. Eventually I'll no longer be able to hunt here. That will be a sad day. It really will, because I really love hunting on this property here. Very blessed to have a friend like my buddy Russell Bomer and his family that allow me to come in here and hunt and do whatever I want. So that's a true blessing when you have somebody that'll do that for you. But anyway, today I'm running around checking the feeders and whatnot. I thought I was going to have to, I came prepared to put one bag of corn in each feeder, because we're approaching the end of February. Turkey season opens, I think the second week of April will be the first week of regular turkey season, which is when I'm going to hunt. I'll take that week off and hunt that whole week. And so turkeys, you can't hunt turkeys within 300 yards of a feeder. Well, that's hard for me to do on a small piece of property like this. I mean, I can go all the way to the far extreme down there, and I would be far enough away. But it's simpler to just make sure that the feeders, you have to be empty 2 weeks prior to turkey season opening, or 2 weeks prior to you hunting turkeys within that 300 yard radius. So what I do is I make sure I come in here 2 weeks before the season and I dump every feeder. I just dump them out, make sure they're empty, because we've had people to try to imply that we were hunting over bait in here for turkeys, and that has never happened. That has never happened in here on this property. But never done it, period. So as far as the turkeys go in here on this property, there's no need to bait them. There's so many of them that it's just no need. I've called in every turkey I've killed, and every turkey I've killed so far, this will be I think my 6th season of hunting. Every season I've tagged out. Every season I've called in every bird that I killed. So anyway, so now that I've got the feed, I've been around all the feeders. About 3 weeks ago I came in here and I changed the settings on the feeders so that rather than having each feeder feeding twice a day, a couple of them were feeding 3 times a day, I cut each one of them back to just feeding once a day, and I alternated the times. One in the morning, one in the middle of the day, one towards the evening. Just to save corn, but yet the deer are still getting some corn, and the turkeys. So the squirrels, everything else benefits from it. So I feed as a rule, I feed year round. Have been for several years in here, been feeding year round. So all the animals benefit from it, not just the few deer that I may shoot at one of the food plots or feeders. So, but anyway, they still had plenty of corn in them, so I'm probably not gonna have to worry about that except for the one that's empty and I need to do repairs on it. So I took the head off it, I'm gonna go put a new motor on it and probably bring it back tomorrow. And put one bag of corn in that feeder to hold it till the end of next month. So, other chores I got this stand right here that I hung to kill the 8-pointer that I killed this past season. I was hoping to kill him right here because I had a camera over there and I had caught him multiple times coming through this cut through in here and skirting around the edge of the food plot. The food plot is right there. The stand that I've hunted so much out of and killed so many deer out of it's not 100 yards, right straight here behind me. It's right across there. And the feeder is right there halfway between me and that little food plot right there. But I hung this stand here hoping to catch him skirting around back here. And I hunted it one time when the wind was right. And while I was sitting in that stand, I caught sight of a buck chasing does, and this was late season rut in terms of the rut. I caught sight of a buck out there, I ranged it. It was about 250 yards back there. He was chasing several does, and it was a rack buck. The very next day, it rained. I couldn't be here early in the morning, but I got out here. I don't remember exactly what time of day I got here, but I hunted another stand that I've got over here at another food plot. I made a beeline to get in here just as fast as I could. It was raining, and I'd already caught that buck on camera at that food plot twice that morning. So I knew he was in here, and I had a suspicion it was the same one that I had seen chasing the does. I couldn't identify him, but it was a good 8-pointer that I was wanting to kill. He was my target buck. And I wasn't in the stand very long. I killed him right over there in that stand, 100 yards that way. So that's why I hung this stand back here. And this is a stand, this is the first time it's ever been on a tree. And my portable climbing sticks and everything that I used on this setup, generally I keep those in reserve in case something happens. I need to go somewhere, get an opportunity to go somewhere and hunt something that I haven't hunted or anything like that, and I want to hang on to go with me. That's what that stand right there is usually for. So I'm gonna get it down first, get it in out of the weather and everything, and then depending on how that goes and how I feel afterwards, I'm gonna go. I got several stands I need to pull. The steps have deteriorated on them. They're not in great shape. I made it through the season on them, but I want them down. I'm gonna replace everything. If I'm still hunting here this coming season, I got at least 2 locations here where I'll have brand new stands. So probably what I'm gonna do is get this stand down, and then I'm headed into the swamp over here. I'm gonna put one of my cell cams in there. One of the excursions this past season down there in that swamp trying to find a doe that I had stuck, came across a couple real nice scrapes and some other sign down in there, some heavy sign, and I'm thinking I'm gonna put me a stand in there and down deep in that swamp for some hopefully all-day hunts. But anyway, I'm gonna go in there, scout around a little bit and look at that. So anyway, that's what's going on today. Next step, get that stand down. like a heavily used path right here. Plenty of them around here. Yes, sir. This is a heavily used area right here. Down here in this swamp. And look at this thing right here. Look at this trail right here. This definitely sparks my interest when I find something like this. Really heavily used trail right here going in and out. Got trails coming into it from all different directions here. This is obviously a major trail right here. Heading out here to the hill. Got to stand right up here on the hill. In fact, I think I see it right through here. Yep. Right straight through there is my stand. So I think that if I want to come in and out of here, right in here is my best bet. I'm standing right in the middle of a hub here. Right here in this survey line. I've got a major trail here. Another one over here. Comes out to here. One going this way. There's a house up in there. 150 yards that way. But that's off the property there. And there's a creek between us. Got another one coming in right here. There's more up here that come into this right here. And it's hard to tell it because there's so much mess, but right in here's right up this way is the way I walked in. This is this would be a good place right here. Alrighty folks, well, as you can see, it is one incredibly beautiful day out here. Started out this morning, it was 25 degrees. 24, 25 was the low last night. And now it's in the mid 50s. Beautiful, just beautiful. Got a little breeze going. So I got my feeders in good shape, and I'll be back in here before the end of March, and I'll dump them. If there's anything left in them, I'll dump them. Get them emptied out, because they have to be empty 2 weeks prior to hunting within 300 yards of them for turkeys. And so, since we got people around here who have falsely accused us of hunting turkeys over bait in here before, I want to be absolutely sure I'm complying, which I always have. So, no big deal. So, got one stand down, which that was a stand I intended to get out of here, get it down, because it's one that I keep on hand in case I need one in a hurry. With the portable steps and everything else, I can hook this stuff all together and throw it on my back and get in the woods with it and be up in a tree pretty quick and have a stand to hunt from, if in the event that I want to hang on for that purpose. Of course, I've also got a climber for the same purpose, but I prefer to bow hunt out of a hang on when I can. So got that down, and then come in here plundering this swamp down here. I knew I wanted to get down here on this end. I'm gonna probably go down here on the other end of it, where it bottlenecks on the south end down here, and probably put another stand down there too. But I want to put a stand down here in this swamp. And the way that I'll hunt this when I actually do begin to hunt it is I'll come in here way early when it's pitch black, and I'll get down there and get in that stand, because the odds are stacked against me for bumping a deer or two going in there. So I want to be sure and get in and give things time to settle down, and I'll come in with the intentions of being there all day to hunt this stand down here in this swamp, because that's the perfect place. No matter what's going on, no matter what time of season it is, that's a good place to kill a deer. It's a good place to catch a buck that skirts around this property, that won't come out here in the open, but he'll work that swamp. I know of several scrapes. It's wet in there right now. We've had rain, and plus we had big snow here about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Historical snow. I started to say hysterical. It was that way too. So I stumbled across this cut line in here where surveyors have been in here. Like I say, the property's for sale. There's been some things going on, but I can use it to my advantage to get in and out down there. And I found a hub, got multiple really well used trails coming into a place in what I call a hub, a major trail system down in there. Just be a really good place for me to be sitting and put a stand, which I'll do very soon. I will not wait very long to come down here and put the stand. I mean, if something happens and I can't hunt the property this season, I just have to come take it down. But I'm not going to wait, because I want to get it in there, and then I want to get away from it. I don't want to be in there. I don't want to be going in and out. I will probably put a solar panel, one with the largest extra capacity battery that I can get, on that cell cam right there, so that hopefully I can just forget about it and I'll know what's going on in there all the time. So that's kind of the plan. Probably going to go with a hang-on stand and just plan to bow hunt it. I mean, I can always use a rifle out of any stand, but that's going to be really close quarters, and any deer that I see is going to be right on top of me. So they shouldn't see me either until they are right under me. So that's kind of the plan for this stand right here. So I just want to say a little something about somehow, through the experiences of my life, you know, I'm like everybody else. I've been through a lot of different stuff. There's been times in my life when I was very, very depressed, and I just tried to keep it in and keep it to myself for the most part, like a lot of people do. And I learned the hard way that if you're going through something in your life that's overwhelming you or that's got you severely depressed, there's three places you're not going to find the answer. You're not going to find the answer on the internet. You're not going to find the answer at the bottom of a liquor bottle. And you're not going to find the answer at the bottom of a bag of dope. The answers do not lie in any of those places for any problems that you have. None of that will do anything but compound your problems. I know this from, trust me, I know this from experience. But there is some place you can turn and you can find help. Even if you want to do it on your own, it's there, it's waiting for you. And it's the greatest book that's ever been written. It's called the Holy Bible. The answers are there. The guidance is there. Everything you need to get through your life is in that book. It can save you. Just like Jesus can save you from your sins. And He's the only way. So if you're having problems in your life, if you're depressed, you're struggling, I would suggest that you turn there in some way, shape, or form. Turn to God and lay it in His lap. And He'll bring you through it. I know this because I've been through it. And so now I'm just an old lone wolf. I like to plunder around in the woods. I've always been that way since I was a kid. I was out there by myself plundering around in the woods most of the time, doing something. On the farm, plundering around the ponds, doing just outside doing something. And that's another suggestion I have for you. If you're somebody that likes the outdoors and you're having problems in your life, get your behind outside. Get out the house, get out the bar, get out from wherever it is that you are, where you're drinking and doing whatever it is you're doing. Get away from that mess. Get out here. Get out here and look around at everything that the good Lord has put out here for us. And think about what a miracle it all is. What a miracle just these woods. Look at that. How it grows and flourishes, and not a bit of fertilizer being put there other than what falls off of those trees and rots and fertilizes the ground. It's a never-ending cycle, and it's a miracle. Everything in here is a miracle to me. And so when I'm sitting in a tree or out here in these woods doing something, I think about all that. I like to jokingly say when I'm sitting in a tree, I'm 20 feet closer to God, and spend a lot of time in prayer sitting in a tree stand. Always have. Probably will continue to do so. A lot of that prayer is for others. Most of it is. So that would be another suggestion I have for any of you that happen to be having some problems, depression, or anything else. If you're somebody that loves the outdoor, hell, even if you're not, get outside anyway. Get out there and discover the outdoors. Discover nature and what's out here. Because it'll change the way you feel. I promise you it will. You will feel better if you get out here and just hang out. I can't be happier than I am out here in these woods. So that brings me to another problem. Sooner or later I'm not going to be able to hunt these woods, so I'm going to have to find me a new place. I do have another friend who allows me to hunt their property, and it's not but about half, it's not quite half as big as this, but I do at least have somewhere to go. I'm thankful for that, but I'm going to be hunting for another place. Something a little bigger, something I can have all to myself. I may have to lease a place or something. Whatever I got to do, I'm gonna find a place to hunt while I'm still physically able to do it. So anyway, I know y'all get tired of hearing me talk. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I hope they're entertaining to you. If they are, please hit that thumbs up, because it really helps. Maybe share the video with somebody to help me get another view. that would really help. And until you see me in the next one, there you go.